Good morning. Today I am offering a practice that I'm going to call BOGA, bed yoga. And the reason I was thinking about making this offering today is because when I was in physical therapy school years ago, I remember learning that 85% of adults at some point in their life will have back pain. And a lot of the reason that happens is that as we get older, we get stiffer, less flexible if we're not moving it. And in the morning, most especially after we've been sleeping, when we get up and brush our teeth and then come back to do something like make the bed, or bend down to put a sock on, all of a sudden we end up exacerbating some sort of existing pain in our low backs. So one of the best ways that I know how to prevent that is to just do a little bit of stretching in bed before you even get up in the morning. So this will be really gentle stuff that you can do under the covers even. For demonstration purposes, I am going to be above the covers. But let's say that you just woke up and you take a good stretch, which most of us do. And then maybe pressing your arms into the bed and just leaning your heart up a little bit. Just a little natural movement at first. And then what you can do is let your arms just rest by your side and bend your knees. Again, you can be under the covers and start to just gently sway the knees from side to side. They don't have to come all the way down. You can go just a little bit side to side. But just starting to feel a little bit of movement in the hips and starting to awaken the low back a little bit. And then perhaps at some point it'll feel okay to let your legs come on over to one side. Again, they don't have to come completely over. It's the morning, we're a little stiff. I'm gonna keep this leg up a little bit by resting my foot on the bed, on the mattress, and if it feels okay, perhaps turning your head to the opposite direction of your knees and just taking a big breath. The other thing that's really nice about this is you start your day slower. You start to wake up a little bit slower, focusing on the breath and the body. And then gently bringing your knees back up through center and letting them come on over to the other side. Again, just as far as feels natural for you. You're not forcing anything. You've just risen. And turning your head, gaze to the opposite side, taking another big breath here. It's nice when you breathe deep when you're laying down. You can feel the rise and the fall of your belly and chest. You can even see it. And then letting your gaze come back to center, letting your knees come back to center. And then you're going to bring your arms by your side and we're going to just gently start to tilt the hips forward and down, bringing your chin closer to your chest. And then you'll kind of tuck your tailbone, lose a little bit of that curve in your low back as your chin lifts away from your chest. So again, letting your hip bones start to curl away from you. You get an arch in your low back, your chin comes towards your chest, and then opposite movement, taking it all back, looking on up, and then back to some sort of a neutral spine where you're not too far forward or too far back. From there, we're gonna come onto your favorite side and just cuddle up for a second. Give yourself a nice big hug laying on that side. And then we're going to gently push ourselves up. So we'll bring an elbow down, we'll use our hands and slowly bring ourselves up. Maybe prop your pillows up behind you. And if it's accessible to you, coming into a crisscross position. And if not, leaving your legs out straight with a little bit of bend underneath your knees. So seeing which one feels better for you. And as you're there, now you're going to take your low back away from your pillows a little bit. So whether your legs are here, you might move your torso forward. Or if you're crisscross, it will look like this. And no matter where you are, we're going to take a twist. So we're going to bring the left hand over towards the right side. If your knees are bent, it will look like this. My other hand is just down by my side. If your knees are straight, it will look like this. Take a couple of breaths here and see if you can lift up through the crown of your head so that you feel some length in your side waist. And again, just taking a couple of deep breaths, looking around your bedroom. Hopefully it's a room that brings you peace. It feels like a sanctuary for you. So waking up slowly and moving the body should feel really delicious and very centering. And then coming slowly back through center and bringing yourself over to the other side. One hand simply by your side and the right hand over towards the left, either the outer leg or if you're in crisscross, by the knee. And again, if you can, try to find a little bit more lifting up through the crown of the head, not the chin, but the crown of the head, as you let your legs settle down and find some more space in between the hip creases and the lower ribs. Soft eyes, just breathing. And then coming back to center. And the last thing that we'll do before we invite ourselves up out of bed is to bring ourselves into a bit of a forward fold. So we can either stay in crisscross and drawing the abdominals in, slowly start to bring yourself forward just into a place that feels comfortable. You're not trying to reach the end of your bed. And then once you're there, perhaps allowing your arms to settle down, your head be soft. I'm closing my eyes just to feel my breath. If your legs are straight and you like that, you can, same thing, begin to walk your hands out as you lift your abdominals up and let your forearms rest on your shins, hands to the feet perhaps, and lowering the head down to take a few breaths. And once you're feeling relaxed and open in your body and ready to face the day, you'll slowly begin to walk your hands back to wherever they were. And perhaps everybody's stretching their legs out one more time. Maybe palms up for a moment. Take one more deep breath here from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. See how you can make that happen. And then release it back out in the opposite fashion. Exhaling, crown of the head through the body, straight out the feet. And if that felt good, maybe one more time. And releasing the breath. And then as you're ready, you'll start to let yourself come up. If you have the covers, you can push them off you, coming all the way over to the edge of your bed, letting both legs come out at the same time. So log rolling out really is much better than letting one leg go down and then the other. So coming to the edge of the bed, supporting yourself with your arms, log rolling out, and then you come to your feet. And then hopefully you're feeling super warmed up and ready to go about your day. So I hope you enjoyed this morning's stretch, this BOGA practice, yoga in bed, and for now, namaste.